Welcome to a space where we stop blaming ourselves for a lack of focus and start examining the systems quietly shaping our behavior every single day. You have likely told yourself at some point that you need more discipline, more willpower, or better habits. You may have tried productivity systems, time blocking, or motivation techniques, yet still found your attention slipping, your energy inconsistent, and your focus fragile. What if the issue is not primarily internal? What if the environment around you is constantly pulling your brain in directions you are not even aware of? Your physical space is not neutral. It is an active participant in your mental state. Every object, every light source, every sound, and every visual element is being processed by your brain, even when you are not consciously paying attention. This constant processing consumes cognitive resources. The brain has a limited capacity for focused attention, and when that capacity is quietly drained by background stimuli, it becomes harder to engage in deep, sustained work. Modern environments are often unintentionally designed for distraction. Open tabs, visible clutter, mixed-use spaces, and inconsistent lighting all create what can be described as high-friction cognitive environments. These are spaces where your brain is constantly being asked to switch contexts, evaluate stimuli, and make micro-decisions. Each of these processes uses a small amount of mental energy, but together they create a significant load. At the same time, these environments often provide low-reward feedback. Tasks that require sustained effort, such as studying, writing, or problem-solving, do not produce immediate gratification. Meanwhile, your surroundings may offer constant opportunities for quick rewards. Your phone within reach, notifications visible, or unrelated objects that trigger habitual behaviors. This creates a mismatch where your brain is pulled toward easy dopamine spikes rather than meaningful engagement. Dopamine is often misunderstood. It is not simply a pleasure chemical, but a key part of the brain's motivation and reward system. It influences what you pay attention to, what you repeat, and what you avoid. When your environment constantly offers small, rapid rewards, your brain begins to favor those over tasks that require delayed gratification. This makes it harder to focus. Not because you lack discipline, but because your environment is training your brain to seek distraction. The first step in addressing this is awareness. You begin to recognize that your surroundings are shaping your behavior. You move from passive observation to active evaluation. Instead of asking, "Why can't I focus?" you begin to ask, "What in my environment is competing for my attention?" This shift changes the problem from something abstract to something tangible and adjustable. Lighting is one of the most powerful and often overlooked factors. Light does more than illuminate your space. It regulates your internal clock. Exposure to different light spectrums influences hormones such as cortisol and melatonin, which affect alertness and rest. Bright, cool-toned light can increase alertness during the day, while dim, warm light signals the body to begin winding down. Harsh overhead lighting, especially when used continuously, can create a sense of strain. It flattens the visual field and provides no focal point, making it harder for the brain to settle. In contrast, localized lighting, such as a desk lamp, creates a defined area of focus. It tells your brain, "This is where attention goes." This simple shift can improve concentration by reducing visual noise and creating a more intentional workspace. Adjusting your lighting based on the time of day can also help regulate your energy. Brighter, cooler light during periods of work and softer, warmer light in the evening helps align your environment with your natural rhythms. This reduces the internal conflict between what your body is trying to do and what your environment is signaling. Beyond lighting, the physical surfaces around you play a critical role. Every object within your field of vision is a potential distraction. Even if you are not consciously engaging with it, your brain registers it. A cluttered desk is not just visually busy, it is cognitively demanding. Each item represents a decision, a memory, or a potential task. This creates a subtle but persistent drain on attention. Conducting a friction audit of your space involves identifying these elements. Look at your immediate environment and ask what each object is doing there. Is it necessary for your current task? Does it support focus, or does it invite distraction? Removing or relocating non-essential items reduces the number of stimuli your brain needs to process. One effective strategy is introducing small barriers to high distraction items. For example, placing your phone out of reach or in another room creates a delay between the impulse to check it and the action itself. This delay is important. It interrupts automatic behavior and gives your conscious mind time to decide whether the action is necessary. Even a short delay can significantly reduce habitual distractions. Your desk, in particular, should function as a singular purpose space. When it is used for multiple unrelated activities, your brain begins to associate it with multiple states: work, entertainment, relaxation, and distraction. This weakens its effectiveness as a focus zone. By limiting its use to specific tasks, you strengthen the mental association between that space and a particular type of activity. Sound is another layer of environmental influence. The brain is highly sensitive to auditory input, and background noise can either support or disrupt focus. Sudden, unpredictable sounds tend to break concentration, while consistent, low-level ambient noise can sometimes support it. This is why some people find it easier to focus with steady background sounds rather than complete silence. Scent also plays a role, though it is often underestimated. The brain's olfactory system is closely linked to memory and emotion. Certain scents can become associated with specific states of mind. By consistently using a particular scent during focused work, you can create a subtle cue that helps your brain enter that state more easily over time. Temperature and air quality are equally important. A space that is too warm or poorly ventilated can lead to fatigue and reduced concentration. Fresh air and a comfortable temperature support alertness and cognitive performance. These factors may seem minor, but their effects accumulate over time. Touch and physical sensation can also be used intentionally. The texture of your chair, the feel of your desk, or even the act of sitting in a specific posture can become part of a routine that signals the beginning of focused work. These sensory cues create consistency, helping your brain recognize when it is time to engage. All of these elements come together to form what can be described as a cognitive sanctuary. This is not about creating a perfect or aesthetic space, but about designing an environment that supports your mental processes. It is a space where distractions are minimized, signals are clear, and your brain is guided toward the state you want to achieve. Over time, this approach reduces the need for constant self-control. Instead of relying on willpower to resist distractions, your environment does part of the work for you. This is more sustainable because willpower is limited, while environmental design is consistent. Each small adjustment compounds, creating a noticeable difference in how you think, feel, and perform. To begin this process, you do not need to change everything at once. Start with one area, your desk, your lighting, or your immediate surroundings. Make small adjustments and observe the impact. Notice how your focus changes when visual clutter is reduced, when lighting is adjusted, or when distractions are moved out of reach. The goal is not perfection, but alignment. Your environment should support your intentions, not compete with them. When your surroundings are designed with awareness, Your mind has more space to operate effectively. This is what it means to practice mind care as self-care. It is recognizing that your mental state is influenced by more than just your thoughts. It is shaped by the world you place yourself in, the signals you receive, and the conditions you create. Thank you for being part of Mind Care Self-Care. Continue to design your space with intention. Reduce unnecessary friction and create environments that allow your mind to function with clarity and focus. When your surroundings support your brain, you no longer have to fight for attention, you can direct it.